welcome back to Low Country Spotlight. I am so excited to introduce you to our next guest. This is her first time being on the show, but it will definitely not be her last time. We have none other in the studio today than Mikaela Risha Young. You may know her as Siobhan, her family members, or you may know her as the Gospel Lioness, and we want to take this opportunity to welcome her to Low Country Spotlight.
Thank you so much, Miss Margie, for having me.
Girl, I'm so glad that you're here. First off, you talk about persistence paying off, because she sent me a Facebook message and said, hey, contact me about being on the show. So I'm so glad that you did that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, talk to us a little bit about what you do, where you do it at, and all these other wonderful things you've got going on.
Well, as you say, I am Mikaela. I've been born and raised in, everybody probably know a little town called Smoke, South Carolina.
I'm from Walterboro, so
yes. Smoke, so it's way out in the country.
Yes.
And I've been singing since the age of 7, almost 8 years old. I always say 8 because I started at such a young age on a community choir, and I've been singing for so long, since 8 years old.
Wow.
And I mean, to God be the glory. And I just go and I, sing, just going out ministering. I also minister. I'm a minister as well, and a singer. So, to God be the glory. But I've been doing it for a long time.
And you know what? There are so many people that think they can sing. Like, I think I can sing.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I'm not going to allow you to partake in my singing abilities, but how did you know that you had something special and a gift? And you said you started singing so young. How did you know?
Well, it's very funny. I started out on a community choir, which was up under the direction of my auntie, Apostle Clementine Linder. And we started this community choir, and I was at a young age, and I got a deep voice, as you can hear. And some people used to tease me about it, but my uncle used to sing. He was the one that sang all the songs, and one day it just came that he was sick. He had surgery, so he couldn't pull the song like he normally would. So he said, I got a person that I'm going to get. And he said, I'm going to get Lil Siobhan. They call me Vaughn in my hometown. He was like, I'm going to get Vaughn. And I'm like, oh, my God. I was young, but hey, to God be the glory. When I got up there and opened my mouth, and
you gotta be kidding me.
Ever since then, I've been singing.
Well, did you always, because I have a girlfriend, she's an attorney, and she has a deeper voice. She's like, oh my God, I hate having a deep voice. I'm like, girl, please, that's a gift. Did you always notice that your voice may have sounded a little different or a little deeper than everybody else's or people your age?
I always knew it, and let me tell you the funny thing, Ms. Margie, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But look at it now.
I know, I didn't like being so tall.
Yes, I never did like it, and sometimes in school, people would tease me because they're like, that's the girl with the deep voice. That's the girl with the deep voice. But now I always tell people I thank God, because that deep voice is what helping me to get out there, for exposure, singing, witnessing, talking about the goodness of the Lord. Yeah. So it paid off.
That's great. And it definitely is strong, and I see the confidence, and I hear the confidence in it.
Ma'am.
Did you always have that? I know you said, maybe being teased a little bit, but did you always have that confidence and that I could do it-ness?
I did.
Well, talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, that's a long story, but to God be the glory.
We got 8 minutes.
Yes, man. Let me tell you, I had low self-esteem as well. I didn't really believe in myself because I grew up in a single-parent home. My mother had 5 kids. I'm the oldest.
Wow.
So you can imagine being the older child. It was a lot of responsibility. Yes. So we was not very fortunate. So, in my life, I always like, oh my God, I'm so tired of this and tired of that. So I had low self-esteem, because I wanted what other kids had, the clothes, the shoes, and we wasn't fortunate to have all of that. But my mom did a good job. She raised us the best she knew how. We would dress nice, but it just wasn't what I wanted.
Right.
So and I mean, at that time, that's when I started like losing confidence in myself, So I grew up with low self-esteem, but I thank God, especially it all happened too when I met my husband, who's such an amazing man. He helped me, with the confidence, through God, with him talking to me and telling me I am beautiful, which my mom told me, she told me all the time, but it always takes somebody else to come in and do it. But I had low self-esteem, so I was not always this confident. Now,
it's like nobody can tell you anything.
Yes.
But and the wonderful thing is, as you sit here and speak to me, I see that as your ministry, because there are a lot of people that are probably struggling with that same thing. What do you tell them? I mean, you had your mom who was always supportive, you had your husband. What do you tell them if they don't necessarily have those elements in their life? What do you tell them to help them to push forward?
I always tell people, look in the mirror, and talk to yourself every day. Look in that mirror and say, I am beautiful.
Yes.
I am somebody. I am going to be somebody. You know, I might not be where I want to be today, you know, but continue to pray, continue to trust God. You know, I had prayer warriors. My mom, like I said, we grew up in the church. My mom didn't ask us to go. She took us there, you know.
She made you,
so she made us go. So, you know, that was a lot that played on part of my life, you know, trusting in God. And my aunt, you know, my mom, they always was the ones that helped encourage me, you know, to know that I am somebody, you know. And one day God, you know, for anybody that's looking and asking, God can do the same thing for you. You know, he can do it. You just got to have that confidence. Just believe it.
Well, tell us a little bit about your journey as an artist. I mean, you're an international artist. I know you've got an event coming up later on this evening. Tell us a little bit about your journey and your performances and things of that nature.
Yes, well, I love it. You can see I love singing.
Yes.
Like I said, I've been doing it for so long.
I want you to sing, but I don't know if we have the right acoustics. But anyway.
I can do a cappella too now. But yes, I've been doing it for so long. You know, to God be the glory. And I'm just excited about what God is doing. My husband and I, we have our own ministry. We go out traveling, promoting, doing gospel programs, singing. So my journey is, I thank God where it is today. You know, last year I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I won the Praise Factor People's Choice Award.
Wow.
Yes, it was over 900 something people in that competition, and I was #1.
Yeah.
So I've been going and going and going. The journey is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
What are your aspirations? What do you, how big do you want to go, and how much do you want to accomplish?
Yes, I have a big dream, and I know it's coming to pass. Ever since I was little, let me tell you, I always said, Mom, I want to be a movie star. I want to be an actress, a singer. You know, so my aspirations are big. I'm just waiting on God in the right timing, and I know it's coming. You know, like now opportunities, the doors are opening so much more. You know, ever since I stepped out on my own, you know, just going. You know, the doors are opening, opportunities are there. So, you know, we just got to take that and go forth with it. So I believe God is coming. You know, I'm just want the minister to be exposed. You know?
Right. And speaking of the ministry, do you have a certain genre of people, or do you minister with a certain thrust, or is it, you know, kind of a blanket approach? What are you looking for, a certain segment of the population you're trying to reach specifically?
Well, I love to talk with the young people, but I do it all. The young, the old. You know, sometimes when you go different places, you have to feel the house, see what's needed there.
Oh yeah,
you know, sometimes you got more young people in the
led
house.
By the Spirit.
Yes, you got to be led by the Spirit.
Yes.
Sometimes you got older people there. You know, you want to be able to reach, and that's my thing. I just want to reach everybody. Anybody that's looking for help, needs soul saved. I mean, through God, you know, like I say, I love to get there and be led by the Spirit of what to sing, what to minister on. Tonight, I'll be at a young conference tonight in Ridgeland. So, you know, it's basically like there. So when I go there, I got to do something for the young people. You know, you want to do something to gravitate, bring them in. Let them know that you could be in Christ and have fun also.
Exactly. Which I think, that's the next topic when you come. Because guess what, girl, we out of time.
Out of time. Ooh, that was fast.
I know. We got to have you back on here.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, this has been awesome. We've been talking to Mikaela Risher-Young. You might know her as the Gospel Lioness. We're going to have her back. We're going to have all of her information on our Facebook page, on our website, and you can get in contact with her to hear more about her ministry gifts. Don't go anywhere. We got more Low Country Spotlight coming right up.